Hi everyone! My name is Katy, and thank you for joining me for this speed build. Today we will be making a cozy dark academia museum for Blathers and Celeste. So let's get started. First, I'm starting out by laying down some brick paths. Each side of the museum will be a little study area. Over here will be a pirate study, which is a big part of my island. And on this side, it will be a little area for Celeste for when she visits. Then I'm laying down more custom paths and some fencing before I start laying down the main path up here. Now this little path area I redo and change a few times. It just got to be too thick, and I didn't necessarily want it to be super thick. It just kind of became that way and I hated it, so I knew I needed to change it. So that's what I'm doing here. Look how thick it is at the top. Then when I changed it like this, it looked too much like a Z or like straight lines, and I didn't like that either. So I take a break from that, and the girls are running in the plaza, and then I go to grab some stuff from Nooks and then congratulate Julian for singing so well. Then I am laying down holes for where I want to put my trees, and then I start laying down items for the little study areas. I had to maneuver this one. It was a little bit finicky, but I got it exactly how I wanted it in the end. So over here I'm doing the same thing again. I end up having to maneuver things all around, but this is my little pirate area. It's pirate without screaming pirate, I think. But I add in the little parrot, and I have the globe, and obviously I have the pirate ship, which I love on my island. I said that in my last video. Speaking of which, if you see all these items below me, that was in my last video, which was this spring court entrance. I'm going to be changing it pretty soon, but if you want to check that out, it will be linked below and in the card right here. So I'm just going around and adding some more items and running back and forth to make sure I like things, moving a tree. Then I start this little cozy fireplace area. I wanted to have an outdoor spot where I think Blathers and Celeste can hang out when she comes to town. And I added a few star fragment items that Celeste dropped off the last time she was visiting. Now I'm just replacing that little part of the path with a stone circle, and then editing that little path once again. Laying down one of those book custom patterns, which I absolutely love. Putting down some more items. I'm going to be adding pumpkins and more fall things pretty soon, but for now I think this is pretty good for summer, or at least my version of summer. Also, what do you think about this lighting? Oh my goodness, I love building around 5 p.m. because the lighting is so orangey and pretty. If you don't build around 5 p.m., you definitely should. So I just made that little snack area, laying down some more custom codes. Then I move all this around so that I can add more custom codes to the ground. This is my first time using jail bars. I know like everyone does that, but I've never actually used them before, and I really liked how they looked. So I'll probably be using them a lot in the future. Adding some fencing as well as some other items. And then this little pond I had so much trouble with, so I just took it out and added a little seating area. Here I'm adding a little letter writing area with the antique bureau, which I love that item. I don't think I've ever used it before, but I really love it, especially for this cozy dark academia vibe. So back over to this little seating area. I wanted to have somewhere where Blathers could have his coffee in the morning. I assume that he works very early mornings, and this is his bike that he rides to work every day. So I'm just adding some codes and then erasing them, and then I end up adding them back, some of them. Putting another book down because I just can't resist. I love them. I love this bookish academia vibe right now, and I think it'll transition so well into my pumpkin core, which is coming soon. I have some self-restraint, but not very much. Just adding flowers, and then I go up top onto this top part over the waterfall. Putting down some custom paths, and then fencing as well as trees. I knew I wanted to have the moon up here because I love the moon item, and I think it looks really pretty when you first walk into an island and you can see the moon. Adding a statue from the museum, some flowers, and then a few more items. And of course, a Karopi snack. He's so cute! It wouldn't be my island without a bug model and some more custom codes. I love this little duck down here. And I end up putting another bug model and some flowers. And that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, look at that stroll into the museum. So beautiful. It's so cozy. I think this is such a nice place for Blathers and Celeste. I love all the colors, the implementation of natural and academia, the Celeste items, all of the browns. I love it all. I incorporated my little pirate theme, and it all just looks so cozy. So thank you so much for watching. Press like if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with me, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks again, bye-bye!